Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace and today is Monday, March 7th. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting because that is what I love to do all day, every day. And if the wall of yarn behind me is any indication, it is clearly a passion of mine. I have various social medias that you can follow me on. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there if you like to keep up with what I do and get up to during the week. I also work at a yarn shop. It is called Pearly Girls. It is in Spring, Texas, and I will leave all of the various social medias and website information if you'd like to check us out online. We do have an online store, or if you want to come and see us in person, whether you are local or visiting, we would love that. I have things to discuss. We have things to discuss and projects and progress to show off. And yes, we're just trying to get back into the regular swing of things. Routines. I love routines. Routines are my favorite. So let us discuss that. We'll go into our routine of things that we say when we record. And by we, I mean me. So if you would like to grab something tasty to drink, something to snack upon, something to craft upon, an animal to snuggle, laundry to fold, maybe you're preparing dinner or a meal, maybe you are baking, I don't know, whatever it is, I hope it is bringing you joy and rest in some form or another. And you can do all of those things or none of those things, and you can come back and join me for some crafty chat. I just made myself a latte, so it's like nice and fresh, and which just in and of itself is amazing and delicious. But I also recently got, or Sam got for me, because he went and physically got them. I did not go to Costco, but he got the box of oat milk from Costco, which I love oat milk in my coffee. I think it's the best thing. And it is so good, and it's such a good deal. So I've really been loving the fact that I can now make my lattes at home with oat milk. And it just makes me feel super fancy and bougie, and it's like I have my own coffee shop at home. It's the little things, you know, it's the fact of having a particular type of milk for your coffees. It's very good. I did a good job. So we're just going to put that over there because I do need my hands to talk. Because I like to use my hands when I talk. What do I have to update you on? What is the weather like? Let's talk about that. Yesterday, it was literally 85 degrees. Today, the high is 60. Tomorrow, the high is 54. What is going on? My sinuses and my head is not, they're not very happy. My nose is like, I don't like this pressure. My head is like, I don't like this pressure. Please make it stop. And I can't. There's nothing I can do except just drink water, have some caffeine, continue on with life as one must. And it's that time of year. What is this yarn? I don't know. I pulled it out of my box of scraps because I was looking at something and I ended up not wanting to use it. We'll get to that eventually. Don't worry. So, because this is my second episode back, I feel like this, like episode 2, episode 3, after being gone for a very long time, are usually lighter on content because the first episode back, obviously, I've been saving all this content for so long because I was taking a break or moving, in my case. And just like accumulating so much progress to talk about, and consequently I just whipped through it all last week in 45 minutes and whatever, but it was still a good episode. I hope you enjoyed it. So this week, I don't feel like I have as much. I still got a lot done. I've been trying my best to rotate through projects. I've been rotating through 3. And I worked on 4 projects, 4 different ones. And I kind of want to start a new one because I'm coming to the end of another one. I have test knits. I have test knits coming up. You know, it's just, it's just a thing. Also, my sweater. I love this sweater so much. This is definitely one of my favorites. This is the Felix pullover by Amy Christophers, or Savory Knitting on Instagram. I used Cascade 220 Superwash in this like beautiful green color, and I just love it so much. It has pilled slightly. I need to take care of that, but honestly, in my opinion, pilling is a sign of love. Pilling is a sign of love when it comes to your knitted garments, and it doesn't bother me as much. I know it bothers some people, and to each their own. I completely understand why that would be frustrating, but it's like, you know what? I love this thing. I wear it. And I use it, and it gets love. So, that's just my opinion on pilling. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Wasn't expecting to share that opinion today, but here we are. I really like this sweater pattern. There is a cardigan version, and since this is the year of the cardigan for me, you'd think that I would be on top of that, and I actually have not made a cardigan, a Felix cardigan, and I feel like that is something that needs to happen soon. I have 2 Felix pullovers. This one was my first one. It's a little bit more, it's not as oversized as my other one. My other one is super oversized. I used some Noro and some mohair, and it also brings me joy. I just really love how this sweater looks. It's one that you can dress up or dress down. You can make it cropped, you can make it short sleeved, or not cropped. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, which is totally understandable. I got you. I love cropped things. But that's just my personal preference, so I highly recommend this sweater. If you were looking for just a basic pullover or cardigan that has a little fancy, this is actually how you do your increases for your raglan shaping, which I think is amazing and just brilliant. It's like super simple, very understated, but it's also just kind of like, this is my sweater. I made my sweater. And you can impress everyone. Or the cardigan, which again, I need. So I have things to discuss, projects I've worked on. I'd also like to call out the pair of jeans that I'm currently wearing that you can't see, but I love American Eagle jeans. They're the only jeans I wear. They fit me so well, and I was trying something new and a different style with these jeans. I tried out the curvy jeans, and they are more than I ever hoped or dreamed. They're just the most comfortable things. Oh my goodness, our neighborhood has so many cats in our neighborhood. Hi, Mittens! And there's a beautiful white one. Our neighbor has a white cat, and its name is Mittens, and it is the sweetest thing, and she just walked up our little walkway. The plus side of having this window, we have amazing lighting. The downside of this window, I get super distracted because I'm looking out this window. I apologize, but good lighting, so it's really okay. I am sitting on a pillow this week. Last week was my first time filming in front of the yarn wall, and so on our, not hardwood, I don't know what you would call this. I know there's a technical term. I don't remember what it is. uncomfortable wood, uncomfortable floors if you're just sitting on the floor for a long period of time. So I'm sitting on a pillow and things are much more happy this week. And I'm in my nice jeans, which you can't see, but I have my jeans. They're very nice. Just wanted to shout out my jeans in case you were curious how I felt. No, I'm not wearing leggings today because I love them so much. They were so comfortable. I opted for jeans instead of leggings. That's when you know that they're comfortable. Right? Right. But I will also say there's an element of like not wearing leggings and I feel more inclined to be productive. We're just having a chatty week this week. I feel like I'm getting back into my groove. Last week was just like, I have projects to talk about. Let's talk about those. And we're done. But this week we're just like catching up. How are you? What have you been working on? So I have things to talk about, both knitting wise and future project wise. My name is Grace and I like to sing everything. You know, as you do. I think it's a combination of this sweater and my jeans and my nice coffee. Really, also that it's getting ready to rain. I feel like that is just like the ultimate happy me. Hi, little chicken. And then we have my own little kitty who's wandering around inside, who's not allowed outside. He's woken up from his nap and is just prowling around. Let me show you my test knit progress, shall I? Shall we do that? We shall. So, I have 2 test knits on my needles right now. They're both due in April, and I am just piddling along. They are wonderful. They're super straightforward and very, they're not like simple in a bad way. I feel like sometimes when we describe things as simple, it's not a negative thing, but it's just kind of like it's simple. This is simple in like a relaxing way. This is simple in like a new sweater knitter way. This is simple in just a classic staple in your wardrobe way, which I really love. I love adding that kind of thing to my wardrobe, knitting and otherwise. And I feel like we all can use more things like that. So this first one, and I'm pulling it out because it's on the top of the bag, is the, I can never remember the name of this. It's something something stripes. We will look into it because, oh, what am I doing? Twice the Stripes. Yes, Twice the Stripes. By Nicole Thorson, or Thorson Knits, I believe is her, yes, Thorson Knits. It is a super, just straightforward tee. There is a long sleeve option. I'm getting so close to dividing for the sleeves. I am so close. But this is what I have so far. I love it. Doesn't look super exciting right now, but trust me, it will get more exciting. I am using Cascade Heritage for the body, which is a sock yarn. And then I'm going to be using this Blue Mule Fiber in the Cantina colorway for my stripes, which will be on the body. I love this so much. I've had this in my stash for a very long time, and I'm really excited to be able to use it, and to use it in such a way that would, I think, really make the stripes shine. So this up against this creamy gray palette, I think this is super nice. Can we, even with this lighting right now, this is the most accurate. What? So I'm really hoping to get to the sleeve divide soon. I had really hoped to get to the sleeve divide before today, but I was not able to do that. We will see the project or the progress in other projects, but I'm getting so close. I am, I think, maybe 10 stitches away. So 10 rows away, but the rows are really long at this point, so I mean, it does take time, but that's okay. It's really straightforward, and I really don't have to think about it, really. And then I'm doing the short, did I say I'm doing the short sleeve version? I don't remember. I'm doing the short sleeve version, so the sleeves will take no time at all, and the body I think will be just super fun. There's something about having a mindless knit with like an element of fun or difference. My Sena cardigan that I'm going to show you in just a moment is very similar to that. That just makes it fly by. It's just like, wow, I'm done. I just started and I'm done because this has been so much fun to knit. So I'm pretty sure the body will be like that in regards to the striping and stuff. So this is Twice the Stripes tee by Thorson Knits. This is very exciting. I cannot wait to wear it. In other test knitting news, that is fingering weight. Did I say that was fingering weight? Because that is fingering weight. This is not fingering weight. This is more of a worsted weight. Ta-da! I am using, what is this? Let's start there. This is the Basic Bee hoodie by Becky, I believe is her name. I feel that I should know that. Pots and Knots is her username, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, Becky is her name. And it's just a basic hoodie. I've never made a hoodie before. I'm very excited. So this, I have divided for the sleeves on this one so we can see the progress here. I can't even, can we even? I'm so excited. I'm using Lion Brand woolies in this oatmeal-y color, and then I'm going to be color blocking it in the bottom half of the body, and the sleeves will be a dark plum color. And I'm very excited. Also, the I-cord for the hood will be in the plum color, I believe. So this is what I have so far. This neck looks the way it does because of hood shaping and neckline shaping and all that jazz, but we just have your basic raglan divide for the sleeves. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. I need to figure out where exactly I am color blocking it. It does give information, but it's just very much like, do half of what you do half of the length of your sweater, which is great and very helpful information to figure out where to color block. But if you don't know how long exactly you want your sweater to be, that's a little problematic, and I need to figure that out. So I need to do that, and yes, but that should not be too hard. That is literally putting it on a Scooby and trying it on. Really, the problem is that it takes time, and I just want to knit. But yeah, so this is the Basic Bee hoodie. Again, both of these test knits are coming out in April sometime, so keep your eyes peeled for that. This obviously is not necessarily the most springy knit, but if you live in a cold climate, you're probably still experiencing snow. We are not. We very rarely experience snow, and it's always good for preparing for the upcoming colder seasons, which for us will be a very long time. But I love having stuff like this. I just love being cozy. Like, that's really all I really want in life, is to be cozy. To knit and to be cozy. And wear fabulous jeans that are so comfortable, because that's part of being cozy, you know? But the other one, Twice the Stripes tee, would be very good for the springtime if you're looking for a very straightforward knit, whether it be for worsted weight or fingering weight. Both of these are really amazing options. The patterns are very well written. Both Nicole and Becky have been super sweet and just a delight to deal with. So it's a great testing environment and I love it. So very excited about this. Basic bee hoodie and twice the stripes tee. Twice the stripes is quite the mouthful for some reason. I have to really think about that to say that, but who knows? That's okay. It is what it is. So, what I also worked on, not what I mainly worked on, but I worked on it some. I think I literally knit one row. I feel bad now showing it to you all, but we're gonna do it anyway because, you know, content, and I am working on this. Like, I actively want to have this done. This was Christmas present yarn for me from Sam. This past year, I love this so much. It brings me so much joy. It is also special because he picked it out for me. I did give him the type, like the base and like what I wanted the yarn to be. I just gave him color options, and so he picked the color that he thought I would love the most, and he was right. This is, I can never remember the name of this. Tweed Delight from Hobby. I love it. It's the best. So, I am making the Big Love cardigan by Anka Strict, which has very strange construction. I don't really know what is going on or what I will be doing next, but I kind of really love that. I think there's an element of like loving the more straightforward, your raglan, your bottom up, your just very like autopilot sweaters, in my opinion, for me anyway, and my autopilot may not be your autopilot, and that is totally fine. We're all knitters on different levels. We're all knitters of different experiences, different techniques that we use. So what is super simple for me may not be super simple for you, and what may be super simple for you may be like just way above my head, which I know there are a lot of things that are way above my head. So this is fun. This is very different for me. Like I said, it's really nice to have the very straightforward ones. It's also really fun to have these ones that you have no idea what's going on. All you can do is just trust the pattern, know that other people have made it and it's worked out. So you just follow along. All I know is that this is the back of the neck. So it would kind of look like this, I think, and now you can't really see it, but in theory, this is the doesn't go up like that, but it's a good look. Accurate representation. Something along those lines. But I really love this texture. It's a super fun texture. I think this yarn really shows it off well, and I just love the neon pops. I do have my Progress Keeper from Hand Stitch Life, which I love so much. And it's kind of along the lines of like the, I don't know, just super fun, fantastical vibes of this sweater. So I really like that. Even though I still sit on the floor and I am on a pillow, my feet do eventually fall asleep, and I'm not a fan of that, but that's okay. We will figure it out in time. We will figure it out. How we do this. This is part of living in a new place. We have new routines, new things that we do. What was I thinking? I was thinking of fantastical and magical, which is, if you haven't seen Encanto, you need to. Where have you been? You need to see it. It's on Disney Plus. But that's a phrase that is often used in the first opening song. Fantastical and magical. It's so good. So good! So anyway, that is the Big Love cardigan by Anka Strict. That is just a slow-going project. I do not intend to get that done anytime soon. That's okay. I'm just enjoying it. And since it is a little bit different, I do have to like keep a close eye on the patterning and just what all is going on and what do I do next. I don't know. We will figure it out. And that's okay. That's part of the fun, you know? I enjoy that. So next up, we come to the last project that I've worked on this week. And there's been quite a lot of progress, everyone. You can tell it is a favorite project of mine because I'm pretty much almost done. This is the Sena cardigan by Rachel of Maven Crafted. And everyone, I finished not only the body, but I am starting the ribbing on the first sleeve. So, last time I showed it to you, I hadn't even finished the raglan increases, so what are we doing? I don't know. We are just loving our knitting life over here. It is just a grand old time. But this is what I have so far, and here we have the body with the ribbing that's flipping up, and my sleeve, and I've started my cuff. So we are just plugging right along. There is a pullover version of this, and I could definitely see myself, I think this will be another Felix cardigan type sweater. It's just very straightforward. And like I was saying earlier, so on the sleeves we have this garter stitch texture, right? Stitch element? Design element. What am I thinking? Design element is what I was wanting to say, and it took a while for it to come to me, but that's okay. So I just really love how this is turning out. Before I divided for the sleeves, it really just made the whole thing fly because I had that purl bump row, or that garter stitch row, and I was like, it's okay, I'll just do another garter stitch row, and then I'll just, I knew it was just easier for me to mark my progress that way and just see how much progress I was making, because I could have like, there was a visual growth of the garter bumps rows. I don't know, does that make sense? So then when I got to the sleeve, it was like, wow, 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 this is just really flying. I love it. So I knit the sleeve pretty much in an entire day. Not an entire day, much less than a day, but it was in the span of a day. There were hours in the day that I worked on the sleeve. Oh my goodness. And like I said, I am almost done. There are options in this cardigan pattern. You can do a full version, which is what I have opted to do. You can do a cropped version, which is also adorable. You can do fitted sleeves, or you can do puff sleeves, which I have opted to do the puff sleeve version. I was on the fence, but I don't have very many puff sleeve things, and I thought that it really, like, that was the silhouette of the sweater that I really liked, so I went with the puff sleeves. Also, just saying puff sleeves reminds me of Anne Shirley from Anne of Green Gables when Matthew gives her the puff sleeve dress and they have this beautiful moment, and it always makes me cry, and it's just so beautiful. But the puff sleeves are on her shoulders, they are not around her wrists. But it's just a very sweet thing that I love when I think of puffed sleeves. So, what yarn am I using? I am using Miss Babs Yowza in the Gibson Girl colorway. I got away with the one entire skein for the body, and in fact, I have what I had left over. This is how much I had left over for the body out of one skein. So, great job. I wound up the second one. Yes, I know, I literally just said this last week. I was not alternating skeins. Is it going to bite me in the butt? A little bit. But I don't really, like, I don't think it would have really made that much of a difference, honestly. And it may have looked more stripy than anything, if I'm being completely honest. I'm just really loving it. I'm getting a scam likely. They don't know that I'm busy. Please leave me alone, I'm recording my podcast. So you can kind of see there's a slight color variation where I picked up. It looks drastic here. It's not as drastic in person. In my opinion, it's also the sleeve. It's not like it's a random 2 inches on the body. Like, I don't think it's really gonna, it doesn't bother me, and it's my sweater, so I'll be the one wearing it. So if it doesn't bother me, that's all that really matters. I am doing the contrasting cuffs and collar, and I'm using this, which is the Yowza Mini, and Coastal Fog is this colorway. It's just kind of like a taupey color, but I really like it. So I'm excited, you know? I'm having a grand old time. But yeah, so if I knit the one sleeve in a day, the sweater in theory will be done by next week. I would like it to be done by next week. That would be awesome. So, and there's the ribbing that keeps slipping. But that's okay. That's what blocking is for. I just really love this color. Both versions of it. I really love it. And I just really love how squishy it is. Can't wait to wear it. I'm using a Little Bitty Delights Progress Keeper. It's a little cappuccino latte coffee thing. Whoops. With some caramel drizzle on top. Which I love. So. Love this so much. That is what I've been mainly working on. In rotation with the stripes tee and the basic bee hoodie, and then the one row of the Big Love cardigan. My foot is asleep. I hope your foot is not asleep. Mine is. We got to strengthen, move those toes. I don't know why I said strengthen, but I'm moving my toes. So, everyone. So I cast on the Sena cardigan, obviously not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. So it's been slightly over a week that I knit this cardigan. Sorry, I'm sitting like this. I'm trying to wake up my foot. You do what you gotta do. And I also finished my birthday cast on super fast. I think I'm just really on a roll right now, and I deserve another cast on. As you do. As you do. And so I've pulled 4 options because we have a lot of options. I will probably go into this in more detail at some point, but for the most part, this wall is organized by color, except for the Noro. I have some Cascade Eco Wool that is over here that does not fit well with other things. I have yarn that I have dyed myself. I have hand spun, and then I have yarn that will not be broken up into their colors because they will be that specific project. And so I have 3 cubes. I also have one for just sock yarn, like this specifically self-striping sock yarn. I have 3 cubes that are specific projects that I want to do, which makes things so nice because then I can see everything really well and it's all in the same place. And then if I need to add anything, I have everything over here that's color coordinated, and it's just so wonderful. how am I going to be doing all my scrappy things? I have yet to figure that out. I do have an empty bookcase over here on this wall next to the window that I finally put the shelves on. It's become a thing where it's like, what is the top priority that needs to get done today? And putting the shelves on this bookcase, granted, we've only been in this house for a month at this point, so it's not like it's been years, but I definitely procrastinated putting the shelves on these walls, or on this, in this bookcase. But it's another Billy bookcase, and I think I'm going to try and organize my scraps and stuff like this that are half used by color, and putting them into containers into this bookcase. The problem with this particular one that I have is that it's not very deep, and it's very hard to find containers that are a particular size. I wish you could just type in the size of the box or little basket that you want or need, and it will just give you options online. But no, you have to sort through all of them that are not the right size. Then you see a really cute one, and then you're like, oh yay, I found the right one. No, it's actually 13 inches. Oh no, I need 9. That's not helpful. It's very much a first world problem, for sure. Not really a big problem at all, but still a thing. Still a thing. I'm so grateful for my pillow. And my jeans. They're so comfortable. I love them. I just love American Eagle jeans. Anyway, so I have 4 projects that I kind of want to do. I will be doing all of them at some point. It's just a matter of what do I do first, or what do I do next. So we have 3 cardigan vest type things and 1 pullover. The pullover is more of like a tee, springy tee thing. We'll just start with that one. How about that? So this was frogged. This was not, as you can tell. This is Forest Fiber Arts in the Amethyst Storm colorway. I've had this yarn for quite a while. This is going to be a shawl. The shawl wasn't really vibing with me anymore. I was not a fan. I was not enjoying knitting on it, and that's okay. You may love one thing one year, and then the next year you may not, or maybe 2 years later, depending on when you cast it on, because that happens. But I have plans to do the Petal Crop Top by Samantha Gurin. It's just a simple cropped tee with lace eyelet stuff along the sides, and I think this would be super beautiful. I love this color. Amethyst is my birthstone, so the fact that it's amethyst is just very special to me. I love it. I also just love the color. The color is just beautiful. So, Petal Crop Top. Or no, maybe it's the Petal Party. Is it Petal Party? She just posted about it. I saw her, we're gonna look it up. I feel bad. I don't remember. You'd think because I want to make it, I would remember. Petal Party Crop. I was close. I was just missing the word party. Petal Party Crop. And it's so beautiful. I would highly recommend it. It's one of those ones that it's like a very easy one to shop for, because I think maybe for most sizes you can get away. I mean, the smallest size you may only need 1, honestly, and then most of them you may need 2, and you might need 3 for the larger ones, but for the most part it's pretty good. You don't have to like buy a ton of yarn, obviously, because it's short sleeved and it's cropped, which you can change if you want to. But it's really nice, I feel like, to have those patterns in your mind, especially if you're shopping or if you're traveling somewhere and you're like, I don't want to get one skein that will then sit in my stash forever. Even though it's pretty to look at, it will sit in my stash and not necessarily get used right away. When you can buy 2 or 3, and then you know what exactly, and you can make a cute little sweater out of it. Same thing with like the ranunculus and the love note. Stuff like that is just really good to have in the back of your mind as a knitter if you are traveling. I think those are really great souvenir yarn projects. But one skein wonders, those are also really great. It's really just depends on what you want to make, because you're the knitter and it's your knitting experience. So anyway, the petal party crop. I'm excited about. That's number 1. Number 2 is yarn that I got with some Christmas money, and that is this, and I have more of this brown. This is Knitting for Olive, and I'm going to be making the Gramps Revive cardigan by Isabel Kramer. And it's a super boxy cardigan. It's very oversized. It's a V-neck. It's got little itty bitty buttons, and then there's a stripe in between these 2 colors. And I really want to use this like cream. I think it's Antler from Madeline Tosh. I just love this. I really want to make this. This will be a big project though. This is going to be a lot of knitting. So if I want to keep on my trajectory of starting something and completing it very quickly, I don't think this would accomplish that, but that's okay. You know, if I really want to, I will do that. But that would be a bigger time commitment. Next up would be continuing on my Miss Babs trend. This is for, if you watched last week's episode, this is for My Favorite Things knitwear sweater number 7. No, vest number 7, excuse me, not sweater. Vest number 7 was just another basic V-neck vest. There's no sleeves. Very straightforward. This would be kind of in between of the knitting amount of the things that I'm going to show you. So I could do this also just because it's fun. Also because I really just like knitting with Miss Babs and I feel like I'm kind of on a roll. And then once I'm done with this, I'll just have this left over, which is my brioche sizzle pop shawl that needs to happen. But I don't really feel necessarily in the brioche mood right now, which is okay, because it is waiting for me whenever I do, which is awesome. This is the nice thing about being prepared. So, this is, ooh, I like this. This will be a good springy, in between springy thing. As would the Gramps Revive, as would the Petal Party Crop. I don't know. So yes, vest number 7. And then lastly, this cardigan I don't remember the name of, which I just am all over the place today. We're gonna look it up on my Ravelry. I can't even remember where to, wouldn't even know where to look on Instagram, honestly, because that's where I've been going. I know it's in my queue. I'm just trying to, I can't even remember the designer's name. Something is telling me that it's Emily. I don't think it's Emily. Is it Elizabeth? Maybe Elizabeth. Oh, I think it is Elizabeth. Got some mohair in my mouth. Elizabeth Smith. I was right. Now I just have to find the sweater. Yes. Is this it? Maybe. I don't remember. Is this it? I don't know if this is it. I have yarn to do this other one, but I don't think this is the one that I was thinking of. I don't think it is. Well, that's not helpful. I know that, where is it? Ah, I knew I'd find it. Thank you for being patient with me while I try to figure this out. Oh my goodness. So this is a cardigan, an open cardigan. There are no buttons, called the Layla cardigan by Elizabeth Smith. This is her picture on Ravelry. So it's very open, very slouchy, comfy, cozy. We love it. Here's the side detail. So super straightforward. And if you are new to the podcast, you may not be aware that I love a good Noro moment. I know that Noro is not for everyone. I completely understand that. I understand why. I understand why people really don't like it. Totally fair. I happen to love it, clearly. I think they have the most beautiful color combinations. Some of my most favorite things have been made out of Noro, or with Noro, like my other Felix, for example. I feel like sometimes the people, I'm not going to say, this is not a broad generalization, but I feel like in my experience, sometimes the people who are not fans of Noro, unfortunately have had a bad experience with one or two skeins different times. So they've given it tries, but they've just happened to come across bad skeins of Noro. There are bad skeins of Noro. They're just like, there's a lot of sticks in them. Sometimes there's knots. Depending on the base, sometimes it can be really scratchy. But if you know the base that you like and just kind of get past the fact that there may be a knot or there may be sticks. I say sticks, they're not like massive sticks obviously because it has to fit in a skein of yarn, but it's like a little baby twig that is left over from when they were like shearing the sheep, which is just a part of yarn. Like that's what yarn is. This is all my opinion. I completely understand why people don't like it. You do not have to like it. This is not me telling you you have to like it. I'm just telling you that I love it and why I think some people may not like it. And again, I completely understand that. So I have this for my Layla cardigan, and I have this Barocca Ultra Wool from Pearly Girls, and then I have this Noro Silk Garden from my stash, and I just really love this, and I think this would be super fun, and I think this would go quickly because of the color changes. And I understand that the one that I showed you is striped. There is someone who has made a beautiful Noro version, and that was 110% my inspiration. I saw that and was like, I need that in my life. And I just love this particular color of Noro. This one has more purple. I mean, it's just really, you just have to dig around in the color and just see what's in there. So I love this. It's a good transitional color. I feel like this could work for the spring, it could work for the fall and the winter, could potentially work for the summer, but also be very sweaty. So there is that. I may actually do this. I feel like it's more between this and the Petal Party Crop, if I'm being completely honest. Because I know this would go quickly. I think this is knit on an 8, and I've been working on 8s. And I just really love knitting fast things. It just makes me feel good, and I feel encouraged to just like really get a lot done. So I think it would bring me joy. I'm probably gonna do, honestly, I'm probably gonna do this, but no promises. I have no idea. I also don't know when I'm going to cast this on because I don't know. The sleeve will not take me very long. The collar probably will not take me very long. I have a lot of knitting time coming up this week, which is great. So maybe starting sooner than I think. Because also the needles that I would need for this I'm currently using for my Sena cardigan. So it's just very convenient. I just leave everything in the bag and I just am ready to go. I think I may actually already have the pattern too, so even better. But those are the 4 projects that I am looking at. Yes, I understand I can work on things that are already on my needles, but I'm not in that mood right now, and that's okay. That's okay. This is my knitting experience. You may have a different knitting experience, and I completely respect that and love that for you. And I love my knitting experience for me. And that may be casting on things. Things plural, things not plural, I don't know. It's definitely the best way to phrase that, things plural and things not plural. I mean, that makes sense. If that made sense. Oh my goodness. See, this is also nice because now I can lean up against the bookcase. It's a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. We're all figuring things out. Such is life. But that is all that I have for you all this week. Knitting-wise. It was a productive week. Next week I hope to show you some finished objects, maybe a finished Sena cardigan. Maybe lots of progress with my test knits. I could see myself finishing my Twice the Stripes tee because it's just so mindless. I love it. It brings me peace, and I really enjoy that. And with all the upheaval in the world right now, we need peace. Yes. So, with that, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening to me rant and ramble. I appreciate our catch-ups. Thank you for dealing with me when I get more chatty. I really do think it was just the combination of the coming rain, not the headache, but the coming rain, my delicious coffee, my sweater, my jeans, I have clean hair. This is just, it's a good day. You know, it's a good day. I'm having a good day. Which is nice. It's very nice. I hope you are having a good day. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend and you continue to have a wonderful week. If you have crafty plans, I hope that they are so successful. Let me know what you are working on. Do you have an opinion of what I should cast on? Because I would love to hear it. Because I like finding out people's opinions. And then feeling bad when I don't go with those opinions. But that's okay. You know what? I mean, I still enjoy hearing people's opinions, so. I have things to think about and finish. I should probably also just pull out one languishing whip to throw that into the rotation. Maybe when I finish one of my test knits, I will do that. But we will see. Not certain. But that's okay. Yes. But yes, I would love to have a finished cardigan, maybe a finished test knit, the striped tee progress on the hoodie, and maybe Big Love, I don't know, we will see, and then maybe casting something on, because that sounds like fun. I need fun, and joy, and peace. So that is very exciting. I have the various social medias. I also forgot to mention that I have show notes. I do apologize. Normally I would say that at the beginning of the episode, and I completely forgot. I have links to things that I have talked about or will talk about or whatever. I may forget things, I often do, but if I have forgotten something and you were wondering what it is or where you can find it, please feel free to send me a message or just to say hello. I would love that. Social media, show notes, and yarn store information could be found all the places. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. Yes. That is all that I have for today. And I need to go and I need to be productive. I'm like in this mood of like really wanting to just like power through something and be super productive, but I have no idea where to start. And this is really where I get my most hang-ups of just like, I don't know where to start. I'm just gonna not. I just won't. Which, I mean, is fine in some situations, but I also feel like I need to seize these moments of like, I'm going to be productive. I'm feeling great. It's a good day. I need to just do it. But what do? I don't know. I'll just sit and knit. It'll be fine. Hopefully I'm not the only one like that, but it may be just me, but whatever. Anyway, thank you again so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. You are wonderful. You are enough. Happy crafting. And if you have snow where you are, I'm very jealous. I wish it wasn't up and down here. I just am not a fan. But it's that time of year, you know? But I'd rather deal with snow and just like straight up cold. In my opinion, I know not everybody. This is just the episode of everyone's personal opinion. And that's okay. That is okay. And if you need a new pair of jeans, check out American Eagle because they make the best jeans. They really do. Anyway, I can ramble on and on and on and on and on. So anyway, with that is all that I have. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you all next time.